Yeah, it's your boy Fist in his house. Bring another great edition, Mortal Kombat from the box, cause you know it's hot. And this is the Krypt. If you don't know what the Krypt is, it's a option base in the game in which first you have to go to either online and you gain points. I'm not sure. I haven't really looked, but I know for a fact you go to the challenge tower and you get a lot of coins there, and then you take your coins and then you go to the Krypt and you walk around in this area where you got the Bloody Marsh, the Krypt, and people hanging from trees, and you can unlock the alternate costumes for the characters, which you can play with in online gaming, and so on and so forth. And the visual art, some of the concept art, some of the other things that the developers did, they give you special access to through earning these coins in the game. And also, what I would like to point out is you can unlock fatalities, which, you know, everything is unlockable. So this is a fun way to interact with the game. I mean, there's a lot more things that this fighting game offers than any other fighting game offers that comes from an American developer. Most of the fighting games on the market right now are from Asian-based developers. You know, games that have been out for a couple years overseas, and then they come over here, and then, you know, the aspect and the genre, it's kind of like an alternate universe. You know, it's like Mortal Kombat 1 and Mortal Kombat 2 was an American-based game, fighting game, had so much potential, and it just, after MK3, Ultimate MK3, it just, to me, honestly, after MK2, you know, when Ultimate MK3 came out, it just started going downhill. And, but there's this huge community of fighters, and they're like, you know, their whole belief system and everything is like, it's kind of, to me, it feels like it's like in an alternate universe, and a lot of guys, they idolize these games that are from overseas. I mean, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't have a problem with that. Here you can see the map right here. You got the Krypt on one side, you got the like swamp area on the right, and then this side where all they hang from the trees, it's like a spider area, and then you go into the next building, which is where you claim everything after you exchange it with your coins. Now there's some funny stuff in this particular Krypt scene that will surprise you, and it's really funny. But I would like to go back in a discussion of YouTube and the gaming scene. Like, the YouTube and the gaming scene are totally disconnected. Whereas, you know, first-person shooters and YouTube, that is gaming. You know, there's maybe like World at War is YouTube, and World at War, see, unlocked a fatality there. So there is a lot of things that are connected on YouTube, but fighting games and YouTube are not connected. And I don't know, is it because of the fact that, you know, we are tied to all these games from overseas, so it's like not popular here, it's not an American game. But you got Mortal Kombat, which is an American game, and, you know, it's coming back to its roots. And there's a lot of veterans. You know, their whole thing is to, like, you know, have these tournaments that are outside of, you know, being online. And I know online, the networking is horrible. You really can't have an online gaming, so most of the fighting games are offline, and they're in tournaments, and that's how the notoriety builds. But as far as, like, you know, creating a YouTube personality and to profit and further advance the game as far as people wanting to play it and creating a buzz, you know, through video, I mean, through social media, it's really lacking. And I don't know, I mean, maybe I would like to maybe just like try to shine a light on it. And I've been saying this ever since my F2ST account. You know, I've been playing Mortal Kombat since day one, 92. You know, I'm not saying it gives me a birthright to every single fighting game that comes out. No, I'm not saying that. What I am saying is that, you know, when you have a lot of people that sit there and they want to promote the game in offline tournaments, and you know, it just feels like to me that they should be reaching out to everybody and you know, looking for everybody that can help their cause. So I think it's important that, you know, when you have a lot of gurus that are old school, you know, they got YouTube channels, you guys should show them some love. And I know you don't know where they're at, so I'm going to try to reach out to them, because, you know, there's a lot out there that they can help you way further than I could, you know. And I love them for it. Those guys are doing a great job. Like I said, I mean, if you guys really want to follow the scene, go to testyourmight.com. There's guys like, just check 4900 guy. They just call him Check, and Tom Brady, and then After Dark Gaming. Those are the people that I watch, and those are, you know, great multiplayer scene gameplay. But another dimension to this game that's really, man, I thought this first player story was amazing. I mean, to be honest with you, I would like to see more cutscenes, more drama, because they did a superb job on the story mode. I never play single player, but because, you know, I wouldn't mind a couple fighting scenes, but it seemed like every character that you wound up playing as had to fight 3 fights, and it just got really you know, tedious. And then at the end, you know, you fight with Raiden, and you gotta fight, you know, Shao Kahn. I'm not going to say anything beyond that, but that was a hell of a battle. And what I didn't realize is that you could change the mode in which you fight in. So you can fight really hard. I didn't even know where that was at, so you can actually change that to do that. So I beat the game, and I unlocked the characters, Cyber Sub-Zero and Quan Chi. You just seen his fatality unlocked. Now, when you're watching these game modes, you actually see that I am showing you the map, where it's at and where to unlock it, so that way if you're just got limited funds, then you can just zip through my videos and put it on mute and find the code and go to it yourself and get it. But I'm going to go back to this thing now. The very first big Mortal Kombat tournament is this weekend. If you live in Cincinnati, Ohio, go to testyourmight.com, and then under forums, click on tournament, and then click May 29th to the 1st of April. Now, I would like to go to that, and that's tomorrow, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it. But if you guys are in that area, you definitely need to go and check out the camaraderie, the scenery, support offline gaming, you know, as well as the game itself. You know, you got a lot of people that are crossing over to play the game because it's technically sound. It's a technically sound good game, and it's a good American-made base game. So I always say, support your American fighters, the guys who make American fighting games. I mean, realistically, they're the only one. You know, they really are the only one that's popular. There's nobody else. It's not like you have 100 companies making first-person shooters. No, you got one company making a fighting game, and if you guys want to see it be a success, it's like, come on, show them some love, so maybe some other companies can spawn and start making some other fighting games. I think fighting games are a great alternative to first-person shooters and sports games. You know, I love fighting games. I mean, I'm not talking about like UFC or Ramp, you know, none of that. I'm talking about like, you know, fantasy-based fighting games, no real fighting games. So, that's what I like about this game. It offers a lot, and I enjoy having the opportunity to be around to play this Mortal Kombat. I don't even consider it Mortal Kombat 9. I just call it Mortal Kombat, and I just start over from here. So the next one to me will be Mortal Kombat 2, and that's the way I look at it, even though I remember all the monstrosities before this. But hopefully this will be a start of something new and great, and hopefully, you know, those guys at NetherRealm don't make the same mistakes they made at Midway. I don't know what they were thinking back then, but hopefully they'll just stay in the same good track that they're on. Now, later today, hopefully when me and NASA get together, I'm definitely going to be talking about, you want to be around for this, I'm going to be talking about how David Vonderhaar has put in MLG game type, but yet cannot put in other game types and have disabled other perks in the game. Makes no sense to me when we literally asked the guy to do it, and to me it only leads to one aspect, and we are going to be covering that in detail today. Till next time, it's your boy Fist. Peace.